Hey guys, welcome to JanLeah Junction.
My name is Janice.
My name is Leah.
And welcome to episode 3.
Well, hello everyone.
It's been
a minute for us.
Yeah, well, our posting has been not on schedule, and I don't know if we're gonna stick to a schedule anymore.
We're gonna try.
We're just gonna go with it.
But you know, we live very busy lives, as we'll get into later on.
Oh yeah,
such busy lives. Such busy lives.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't fake laughing, but then I realized it looked like I was fake laughing. Anyways, so how has your last week or two now?
Since the last time we talked to them?
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride, I gotta say. A cat is currently nibbling my toes. And he's scratching me right now. It's been fun. It's been good. So since the last time we talked to them, we went to Ensenada. It was really fun. Lots of family quality time. And then I had 1 week to myself. And then this week I started a job. So to me, that's busy. Thank you very much. To me, that's busy. Yeah. And I've been tired.
Yeah, she fell asleep. We were supposed to be filming this. Okay, hold on.
She got home around 6, and I was like already laying down at that point. In which she called me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna change and go." And then like 20 minutes later, I had fallen asleep. I woke up 20 minutes later. I texted her, "Should I wear the clothes I'm wearing now or pajamas?"
As a cover up, mind you, so that I wouldn't be like. And then
I accidentally fell asleep again, and she calls me like at 7, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You said you were gonna come." And like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I fell asleep." And she's like, "I could have been asleep in that time," because she's been very tired as well. But you know what? She was very productive, which is more important than sleeping, I think. And it means that tonight she'll be able to sleep rather than me, who has been struggling to go to sleep. And like last night, never for last night, I went to sleep at like 2 in the morning, and then last night I went to sleep at like 1. So, and then waking up at 6.
Excuses. Well, sounds like excuses to me.
Because he didn't ask. How has your week or two been?
Good. Like Leah stated, we did go on our Ensenada trip. It was a blast. We'll get into that a little bit.
It was such a blast.
It was such a blast. But as Leah said, we'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah, and then pretty much we got back. I finished both of my classes, or my second class, right before we went on the trip. So this last week I had off, and then this current week I have off, and then I start my next 2 classes next week.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
I start 2, and then I have another 2 that start, but they're not going to start next week.
Oh,
they start later on.
In like September?
I think so. I'm not sure. Well, next week is September, but yeah. But other than that, yeah, it's just been regular life, honestly. That sounded very depressing, but I didn't mean it depressing. It's just been life.
But yeah, we've been tired.
Yeah.
So Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico. So, I mean, we left, she left Thursday night to go stay with my family. And then me and my parents, we left Friday morning at like 3 in the morning to go straight there. But we still met up with everybody. Mm-hmm. We got to the actual Airbnb around like 12? Because we stopped at 8. Yeah, oh no, it was, because we couldn't get in until 12.
Yeah.
So it was like about 12. And it was a pretty nice house. Had a lot of rooms. And one of the rooms had like 3 beds in it. It was really weird, but it was really pretty. Luckily, there's no AC, but luckily the weather there is really nice, and they had fans there.
And as long as you have like the windows and the doors open throughout the day, it really like gets.
And at night, we had ours open at night too.
Yeah.
But the weather there, absolutely beautiful. Like,
loved it.
Exquisite. Like the range was literally like 5 degrees the whole time, 10 maybe at night. You know, It was literally between the 65s to 75s the whole time. It was so. And I didn't feel like it was that humid. Do you think it was humid?
No.
Like you're by a beach obviously.
Yeah,
But
like,
it didn't feel like that to me.
It did. Like, to me, it's like I can tell that I'm by a beach, but it wasn't like ugly humid. It was just like
By a beach.
nice, you know, like, especially because we're used to very dry weather here. So I think it was a nice change of pace. Honestly, I would love to live in weather like that all the time, but you know, that's just not where I am right now.
But it was really fun. The first night we took a nap because we were tired. And then we got ready and we went out to like the clubs there with our family. And I think we all got pretty drunk. Like, you and my mom was pretty drunk. I think my dad was the one who was like least drunk.
Probably.
But even then,
yeah.
he was just the most composed out of everybody.
It was honestly, it was a lot of fun because it was like the whole family just like literally bar/club hopping. So it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of shots taken. I don't remember how many I took personally, but
honestly, I drank a lot of, like, I had like maybe 2 shots that whole night. Well, not counting at home, but like at the actual like places, I had like 2 shots. I was just drinking a lot of palomas. That was my first time trying a paloma, and they're so good.
They're
like,
fucking delicious.
I prefer them over margaritas, I gotta say.
They're more subtle.
Yeah, and they were so good. Like, oh my god, they were so good. We went like 1, 2, 3. Zen, relax. We went to like 4 different places, but it was really fun.
I gotta say, I didn't like, cause my whole goal like this trip was to like get drunk, just not get blacked out, because when I black out, I tend to start crying. And
I love you, bitches. I love you, bitches.
I don't know what that was from, because mine is I don't want to be that bitch, not I love you, bitches. But anyway,
dude, I have a video of you that you wanted to send to Gardenia saying, I love you, bitch. I wish you were here.
Yeah, I love Gardenia, not you.
Right. But she does say, I don't want to be that bitch. And she always ends up being that bitch when she gets that drunk.
By saying that I don't want to be that bitch, I'm being that bitch.
Yeah, like she literally doesn't get that drunk often. Well, like that type of drunk. Well, in general, she doesn't get that drunk often. But like,
well, that's been like 2 years.
I think it was New Year's of 2023.
Yeah, since I last got like that. Thank God, because that was just not a good look on me.
Well,
but I mean, I managed to.
As any. I'm just kidding.
I managed to get drunk.
Dude.
I managed to get drunk. Without blacking out. There were like parts of the night where like it is kind of blurry to me, but like not long stretches of time, you know.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
feel like for me it'd be like, well, I think I remember everything. Like, but like in other times where I get drunk and that certain parts are blurry, it's like the Uber ride or something, like just where I'm like not really doing much. But yeah, that was Friday, and then Saturday, is that what we were saying? Saturday was pretty fun. I mean, I had fun, but I had more fun Friday night, to be honest.
Saturday, honestly, most people went to sleep early.
During the day, me, her, and her boyfriend, we went to get breakfast. They didn't like their food. I thought it was really good.
It was not good.
But even Jesse said that my plate was like pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then we went to El Malecón, where it's just a whole bunch of shops. We got the jade bracelets. It's like she was like inspired by me, I think. And then these rings.
Well, this one is the only one I got on this trip for me.
Yeah.
And then I bought a little like Mexican dress for my goddaughter. I'm so excited to give it to her tomorrow, actually.
You're gonna see her tomorrow?
Yeah. You wanna go? I'm babysitting, that's why I'm going.
Oh. And then that was Saturday. Okay, and then Saturday after that, we did go to the beach for a little bit, went back to the house and got ready. Well, okay. They were like, we're gonna go get something to eat, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything fancy. So me and my sister were like, me and Janice were like, okay, we'll stay behind and we'll get in the pool with like our cousins because you guys can just bring us back food. me and Janice are the only ones who got in the pool at that point. She had already wet all of her hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had wet half of my hair, like, just by being in there. And then my cousin was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in right now. And then my other cousin was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in right now. And then
these bitches come out fully dressed.
Yeah, so we're like, what the fuck, bitch? And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So we were like, should we go, should we not? Because we were gonna be the only two left alone at the Airbnb. I got scared because there was like beetles in the air.
A potential rat that we did not see, that maybe they were lying about it. I don't know.
I hope, in my heart, they were. And then,
so our cousins came out fully dressed. I was trying to get you back on track.
and so, we just realized we didn't want to be left there by ourselves. Well, honestly, that's not what it was. She asked my brother-in-law if he wanted to go, and then he was like, yes. So then we went. And then
we go. Mind you, this fucking Uber drive there took forever.
It's because there was a street light that was like blown out or something, like that didn't work or something.
There was a street that was closed. Wasn't that what the problem was?
Yes.
Okay, so not a street light.
The street was closed because the street light was not working.
How do you know that?
Because the first Uber told us.
He said it was closed.
No, Jesse asked what happened, and then he said that the light was out. Okay.
English.
He didn't speak English, but Jesse said, "¿Qué pasó, compa?"
I think you're schizophrenic.
Okay, apparently I'm always wrong. Anyways, doesn't matter. The street was fucking closed, and oh, I thought this was your phone, and I was like, "What are you getting Snapchat notifications for?" And then we get to the dinner finally, and it was, dude, we literally waited we ordered our food, but we waited 2 hours after that to get our fucking food, and it was not even that good, and it was supposed to be like a bougie restaurant. I will say, like, we were having like fun, like having fun with the family, like talking and joking and whatever, but 2 fucking hours for food that was not that great. The palomas were pretty good, but for food that was not all that great. It was really not really expensive, but it was like pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And at one point we like laugh, like all of us, and the table, big ass table beside us, who had also been like chatting and laughing and loud, goes, shh. Oh, I'm sorry, what do you mean? Not enough people at our table heard it. I heard it. I didn't know where it was coming from, to be honest. Then they left like 10 minutes after that.
I heard it and I turned and I made eye contact with one of the guys. But I don't know if it was
eye contact.
She's tough. Anyways, I don't know if that was like the person that shushed, but I was just like, you know, like, what the heck?
Like, especially because I'm telling y'all, they were being just as loud. Not that there's a problem with it. We
weren't mad about it.
Yeah, they were just having fun.
Yeah, just like we were.
Yeah, and it's like, relax. And this part of the restaurant was like right next to the outdoors, so I think this part was meant to be loud, because if you were on the inside, then it's like, obviously you don't want to be too loud, right?
Yeah.
But we weren't on the inside. It was like annoying for that. But then we got back to the house. Well, actually, the address that we had, we input it into the Uber, and obviously we were in Ensenada, so like we clicked on Ensenada, but it took us to a whole other, literally 25 miles across the city, on the other side of the city.
It's because addresses, I feel like, are weird there. I don't know. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, so then the Uber, he like pulls up to this house, so we're like, this isn't our house, but we didn't tell him anything. We're like, okay, we'll just order another Uber.
And we're having this conversation between ourselves in English, because most of our drivers up to this point
had only spoken Spanish.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he comes out spitting with the bilingual. Not that we assumed that he didn't know English. We weren't talking about him, but like, we were just saying we're gonna get another Uber. He was like, don't worry, I can take you guys there. Like, it's okay. Just
update the address
on the app. And then we did. He's a godsend. And
bless his soul, because it was kind of scary, low key, because like none of us know that area.
It was literally like a residential area, because at least the Airbnb that we stayed in, it was not gated. Yeah, it was gated. So like it was in a gated community, and we were in this. He like was about to drop us off in this house that literally like residential as fuck. Looks like the people who actually live there, the locals, live there, and we just didn't know where we were. I called my dad, and he said, "Well, that's the address." Like I don't know. And then once we were trying to look for the correct address to update it, and then I just kind of said it was on which avenue that it was on, and he was like, "Oh, there's a Costco by there and a Home Depot, so I'll take you guys." He took us. Bless his heart, like you said, very nice guy. And then everybody else was asleep. Like literally, my dad was awake, but he was just like in the living room. My tia and my tío were asleep. My mom was asleep, and then my other cousins, they were asleep. So then it was her, me, Jessie, our cousin Gardenia, and her boyfriend Francisco. And so we like hung out outside for a while. Then they wanted to get out of the pool because it was kind of cold. It was already like midnight at this point. And then they're like, okay, why don't we go hang out in Gardenia's room and just hang out in there. And then I was gonna, honestly, in my head I knew I didn't want to. So I was like, I'm gonna go change upstairs. And I was staying with my parents. And I was like, I'm gonna go stay with my parents. And also, by the way, you know how there was couches on the outside of the room? I literally stayed there while I ate Takis for a while. While you guys were texting me, "Hey, are you coming?" And I hear you guys coming into the end of the room. And I'm like, I'm showering. Even though I was literally on the couch still. And then once I got into the room and I actually did like get ready for bed, I just told them, "Oh, I don't want to make noise for my parents." And then I just went to sleep.
Yeah. We just stayed up for a little bit. We honestly didn't stay up for too much longer. We're chopping it up in her room, and at this point, people were not sober. So, yeah, we're just getting a little rowdy.
Yeah.
And then we decided it's time to go to bed. And we went to bed.
Was there like drama?
Just talking about Satan.
Ooh.
God love me.
She's so annoying.
She said, "I just want to go home."
Oh, she got scared?
She kept saying it, and we're just like, "Do you want to go to bed, bro?" Because, like, that's all she could think about.
And then the next day, my dad wanted to leave early because he had to fly out for work the next day once we were back. And then we actually, my mom monkey guilt tripped him. And we stopped in Rosarito and looked at this really beautiful view. And then we stopped at this restaurant which had like the beach right there. Not the beach, but like the ocean. And then we went on and we got home like 4 or 5, no, it was like 5 p.m. And then my brother-in-law, her, Gardenia and Francisco, they were all in one vehicle and they decided to stay an extra day.
Yeah, so we were getting ready to leave, and we were planning to do the same thing, stop in Rosarito to eat with our other cousin, Karen, and Elias, and Karen's boyfriend, Brian. And we're like driving, but they're like, "Oh, we want to stop at this place to pick up some food," because they really liked it. And we stopped and we were waiting for them, and they were like, "Actually, we're just gonna go home from here." So they ended up leaving home from there because they live in.
Let's just expose that.
Oh, you're right.
They live in
California. So it was just
But
closer, faster for
mid.
them. Yeah, it was faster for them to just go straight home. So then it was just me, Jessie, Gardenia, and Francisco, and we're like, "All right, fuck it, let's go to Rosarito. We can eat there, and then we'll head home from there." So we go, and we're like taking the scenic route, and we're like enjoying the views. And then we get to Rosarito, and we stop at this like beach restaurant / bar called Bombay. And we're like Bombay, and we're like seated on the beach, and they're like the waiters come out to you to get your order and everything, and it was just like a vibe, and the drinks started flowing, and they were like, I mean, we could just stay. And we're like, should we? And really the only person who had work the next day was Jessie, but he doesn't go to work until 3 p.m. So we could have stayed the night and then just left early in the morning and still made it back in time. I was like, yeah, we'll make it. So we ended up staying the night, and because we had already spent so much on our trip, we decided we're just gonna book one room with 2 beds, and the 4 of us will stay there. And yeah, it was a fun night. It was cool. We want to go back next year, like all the cousins, to go to Rosarito and do like either papas and beer, or just spring break. Sorry, my cat is tickling me.
Spring break.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I think he's trying to play with my hair. But yeah, hopefully we'll plan that trip soon. And yeah, we ended up coming back Monday. Yeah, it felt like a long road trip on Monday because we were all just tired, but it was a good trip overall. I really enjoyed it.
He's biting.
I'm not gonna lie, I may have to take a potty break right now.
Like a piss or a boop?
A boop.
Like right now?
But it's like ready to come out, so it shouldn't take long.
Go.
I thought you were like
can you like pause, or can you pause that?
Yeah. Spray perfume so I don't smell poopy, and I'm just gonna spray the room.
You're so annoying, dude. Spray that ass. Oh! Sorry, what did I just touch?
My knee?
And I went like this?
Oh, my arm?
I got wet.
Unless it was my hand. My hand's a little wet. Okay.
So yeah, that was our Ensenada trip. It only took us 30 minutes to explain. Well, you probably won't hear all the 30 minutes, but...
Yeah. Do you want to put a clip, insert clips here?
Para adentro, para adentro. I'll take creative measure.
Okay. So now that we're back, how do you feel like getting back into a routine? Has it been like whatever for you?
Well, I got to say, last week I didn't have a job, and there was not really a routine because I wanted to enjoy, my last week of unemployment. And now that I have a job, it's about getting used to having a job after not having one for 2 months. And so I have to definitely, my body has got to wake up. It's only my second day, and so far I've taken a nap both yesterday and today after work, but I don't want to keep doing that. I feel like taking a nap every day after, I get it here and there, but every day after work, I feel like, for me personally, it just does not do me any good. And so I'm going to try tomorrow to not take a nap. We'll see about that though.
And by the way, guys, this is a real natural accent. Just kidding. Mine isn't. That's hers.
So I was actually born in England, and this is because my parents knew that they wanted to have the firstborn American and their secondborn, they wanted them to be English, just to get the best of both worlds. But we were both Mexican, and I think that's what we both heavily claim. Or she's Mexican American and I'm Mexican English. And so, because I spent most of my life in the Americas, that's why it's so easy for me to be able to talk like this and then be able to talk like this. I am able to switch it off. But honestly, this is my true accent. She tries to copy me, but it doesn't really land very well since we're not in England too often.
I wonder how much of this you're actually gonna leave in. So for me, that was him.
Yay! How about you, sister?
So for me, getting back into a routine, I mean, it's been obviously like I'm still going to work every day, but I feel like my body is still in vacay mode where I'm like we just got on vacation. I can still eat whatever I want.
Even though it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks, literally. But I think I need to like quit it.
It's only been 1 week today.
Has it?
Yeah, because last Monday you got back.
Like, well,
You went out. Yeah.
it feels like 2 weeks for some reason. But yeah, so I need to get back into trying to eat healthier. And I think going back to our conversation last week, it's not always going to be healthy foods, but at least the effort is there.
We gotta get back in. I gotta get back into the gym.
That's what I was gonna say next. Is I need to get back into a gym routine. I was hoping, I don't know that it's gonna happen, but hopefully we can like at least start this week, because next week I start school again, and
Or well, bitches, huh?
because next week
the audio.
I know. Because next week I start school again, and once I'm in school, I feel like it'll be much harder
To start.
Yeah. So
Hopefully we'll go either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday. Just one of those.
one of those days.
And
yeah.
probably not for long. Maybe just for 30 minutes, you know.
To start off, yeah. I'm not even kidding. I'll do 30 minutes of cardio a day.
I was thinking like 15, 20 minutes in the treadmill or the Stairmaster, and then 15 minutes in the sauna.
That too. Yeah, the sauna. I actually miss the sauna sometimes.
Yeah, you know. Let me look at the polls tab. But yeah, I it's just, you know, between me and her, I'm the one who always comes up with excuses for not to go.
And I like thrive off of her excuses. Like I'm secretly hoping that she comes up with an excuse. I could be like, oh yeah, we didn't go because of Leah, you know.
But at the same time, she'll be like, we should go. But then I'll be like, yeah, but think about it. And like I'm the devil that's constantly on her shoulder about the gym.
Yeah.
And you know.
And sometimes we just convince each other. Sometimes we're like, well, what if we just work out at home?
Which, you know what? Those workouts from that one girl.
We watched a YouTube workout, and maybe if we find it, we'll put it in the description. If we find it, that's a very heavy if. And she had us
Dude.
wheezing.
I have asthma, so I'm not allowed to do that.
I don't. I'm just out of shape.
That's very like Shane Dawson thing and face to do.
Was it?
Yeah.
My idol.
So, as I've been talking about, I have a brand new job. I got my new job, and so it's my second day today. By the time you see this, I'll probably already have been there for 8 months. But, you know, I really like it so far. You know, everybody's really nice. I think environment, the reason I left my last job is because I didn't feel comfortable and safe in the environment. And so a workspace that makes you feel welcome and makes you feel like it's okay to constantly be learning, and like it's okay to make mistakes and
ask questions.
Exactly, because I would, in my last position, although I enjoyed what I did, I would feel constantly like attacked for making a mistake, and not by my coworkers, and sometimes not even, well, no, you know what, it was my management, but my latest management that I had there, not some of my other management that I actually did enjoy. And so far it seems like everybody is very like, the whole team works very cohesively. And so everybody seems really nice, and I feel like when one person is just not having a great day, they'll just stay quiet, and I think that's the best way to go. My manager's really nice as well. She's super nice. And it's a fucking shit ton to fucking learn. Like, just in my 2 days of being there.
You're already complaining?
Just in my 2 days of being there, like, it's literally like, whoa, like, it's a lot to learn. And although this is said often to people, my manager said I'm learning pretty fast. And she also told me that again today. And the other people who I was shadowing were like, well, it seems like you're getting the hang of things. So, I don't know. I told them, yeah, we'll see about next week, because we're going to have a long weekend because it's Memorial Day. Just kidding. It's Labor Day on Monday, and we don't work.
The way I did not clock that.
So, and so we'll see.
No, I have Monday off. Sorry.
We'll see come Tuesday if I remember everything still. And on top of that, my manager was telling me that she was hoping I would have started last week, but she couldn't just because she did so many interviews. But she wanted me to start last week because this week she has Thursday and Friday off, and because she's moving. And so I'm gonna be not by myself, but I'm gonna not have her there Thursday and Friday. But that's why she's not making me, but that's why she's having me shadow with the girls who have some tenure there, because she wants me to be comfortable with them. And so I did get one-on-one time with each of the girls. So there's only one girl who I didn't really tenure with, but it's because she just started like a month ago. So she's still like learning too.
So I know you're only on day 2, but so far from what you can tell, does it feel like a family environment? Or
It does, for sure. She was showing me how they like go all out for Halloween, and like last year they did SpongeBob, and they go all out with their costumes and with decorating. The year
cute.
before that they did Super Mario, or like the what's the cars one? Where they're racing.
Is it Mario Kart?
Yeah, Mario Kart, and they did like the cubes that they punch up, the bricks, and then they did like the question marks. They did they put them all over the walls and put them as if they're going up, and then
That's so cute.
they put parchment paper like all over the floors and put like road trackings on there, like road markings, and so yeah, she was showing me all that stuff, and then she was telling me that they like it's HVAC company, and so when the sales team has like money left over or something, that they'll donate it to the team bonding fund, I guess. And I don't know, they take it very seriously to make everybody feel like at home and whatnot. So hopefully with time they're able to prove themselves to me. But they said that they like wait for when new people start and they see that the new people decorate their desks, they take that as a good sign, because like they plan on staying. So
I shouldn't have told you that. They should have just waited to see if you did it on your own, because I feel like with that information somebody might be like, oh, I'm gonna decorate till they think.
Okay, well, I'm not malicious with my intent, so I am gonna decorate, but not with that intent in mind. Parking can be a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know, it's all right. At least I have a job. And I won't get paid for 3 weeks, but it's okay, because they get paid this week, and then after that, next week they don't get paid, and then the week after that, I will get paid. Nice. So I do get paid before Dad's birthday, so hopefully I can have some funds for that. But it'll be my first paycheck in a while, so my bank is probably like, what the fuck, dude? You haven't had anything deposited in a while. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into the role of things. And you know what? My favorite part? It's 1.3 miles away from my job. My last job was literally 28 miles away from me. First it was like 12 miles away, and then they moved further down. 28 miles away, there and back.
Mine's like 23 or some shit.
So now it's 1.3 miles. To get there this morning, it took me, I want to say like 12, 13 minutes, but that's just because of traffic. To get home, I literally got home in like, I promise you, I left at 4:33 and I got home by 4:38. So it took me 5 minutes. Yesterday to get there, I couldn't really measure it because I stopped by at Dutch Bros, but even then, the process for me going from my house to Dutch Bros to the job took 10 minutes. So that wasn't even that long either.
That's so nice. And I have one question that probably fits earlier in when you were talking about it, but are you taking like a lot of notes as you're being trained? Yeah. Cool.
Well, yeah,
I was
because
wondering.
she was telling me that they have like notepads there, and that if I need to take notes, I can. And then when she saw that I was taking notes, she was like, when I saw you were taking notes, like I was so glad, because there's a lot of people who I'll train and they think that they can remember everything, which is okay to have confidence, but that they can't. And so note taking is a good sign. And then she told me today that, even though this might be told to people often, that I seem to have common sense. For me, if I know why we're doing something, I can remember to do it. You know what I mean? Rather than being told, oh, you need to carry this and put this in, attach this to the email.
But you don't know why you're
doing
it.
I'm like, okay. But once I know why, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So luckily, because I've been connecting with my manager plus the 3 other girls, like,
you're putting all the pieces together.
For sure. And then not only that, I'm taking notes, but they already had a binder there with like
job aids and stuff,
15, 20 papers and everything. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
But it's literally just like step by step.
Yep, job aids. That's pretty cool.
I am so sorry. Yeah, job aids. But yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far.
Yeah, hopefully I need to bring a sweater tomorrow because although it's Arizona heat, it is an HVAC company, so you better expect their AC to be working. And yesterday I wasn't that cold, and today I'm like not super cold either, but like I was like a little like.
Was it one story?
No, it's 2 stories.
Oh.
No, and they have a gym there too, and my mom is telling me to like cancel my membership, but then I'm like, no, I'm good. But their gym there is like smaller. They have showers there too. They have like a little break room. I just haven't really braked in there, but like they do have like snacks in there that you can buy, like the vending machines. Yeah. And then they have food trucks come every day at 9 a.m. And then every Thursday or Friday they have like a coffee truck. And then she told me that they try to do like in that specific department they take like birthdays seriously because they decorate. There's one girl who her birthday's coming up, but she's also pregnant. She's 35 weeks, so they're gonna do a birth certificate, a baby shower for her, but she doesn't know about the baby shower. So it's gonna be combined. It's gonna be birthday and baby shower. I'm probably gonna buy her something, but something small, but only because everybody else is already buying her something. And she's really nice. And I would want something bought for me. So I have to fill out like you can literally put like there's a questionnaire form that you can fill out about stuff that you like, and then it'll put like your Dutch order, your Starbucks order, in case one day people just want to be nice to you and bring you something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start that at my job.
And we learned that, you know, although we're in 2 different, I mean, I'm in order fulfillment and she's in marketing in our companies. Both of our companies work with contractors, so we use similar systems programs and software. But you know, the program that we're trying to phase out is their main program, and the program that they are trying to phase out is our main program. But it's funny because like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So what about you?
For
any changes for you?
There has been some changes at work actually. So it's been about.
I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to pop my back. I'm not trying to like flaunt. I'm trying to pop my back.
So we're going on a month now of the first marketing admin starting. So it's my first time managing someone. I don't like calling her my assistant because it feels weird.
And also they're like good friends. But I know I get you, but like it's her assistant.
Yeah. And the new development is I might be getting a second now. Wow, she's gonna be managing 2 employees. She's gonna be the head of a whole department, a whole team now. It's gonna be 2 people, but still. It's pretty.
Soon those 2 people will have employees to work for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it's not like nothing is set in stone, but I'm excited for the prospect of that happening because that would free me up to do a lot more things because I'm constantly like being pulled into different directions, which is great. Like I love my job. It's just sometimes I don't have time for everything, so it'll be really cool to see how all of that works out. But that's pretty much.
How fun, how exciting.
Thank you.
Clearly she's doing something all right. So heading into our favorite segment ever, deep dive on a TV show.
We're gonna deep dive into a new show today. It is Modern Family. Yay! So Modern Family, that's honestly for me, it's one of my comfort shows. I rewatch it a lot actually. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's such a good show. It's got like the perfect mix of funny, but like also, I don't know what the right word is, like touching, I guess.
I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second.
I know, I could tell because you're not really reacting to it. I don't know what to say now.
Well, yeah, it's like humorous, and then sometimes you do cry. You are there like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And yeah, that show held it very near and dear to my heart. You know, I've only seen it twice. By that I mean like watched it the first time and then rewatched it once.
Mm-hmm.
But who's your least favorite character?
I would have to say my least favorite is Manny. And it's not that I hate him, even though I like to hate on him. I like to hate on him because he's just such a pretentious little bitch sometimes.
But, you know, without him in the show, I would be like, oh, we're missing him.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Out of all of them, he's also my least favorite.
So we're in agreement on that?
Yes, and then, you know, sometimes I'll throw on the little boy, Joe. Sometimes.
I like Joe.
He's cute, but sometimes I'll throw him in there.
Yeah. Well, what about your most favorite?
Oh, that's like a very tough one. Because, like, it doesn't mean that I love the other ones less. But, like, I feel like Gloria's up there. But then I think about Gloria and Cam and how they're so fucking hilarious. No, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Gloria, Cam, and Phil. Remember how they had those meetings?
Oh, yeah.
But it's because they're, like, the goofy ones.
Yeah.
Claire, Mitchell, and Jay, they're toxic.
Yeah.
But I love them. I love them.
They are hilarious. Specifically when they do their little trio meetings to like cover something up, or when they were trying to like plant the seed for the family vacation.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
Let's talk about. Okay, I'm gonna bring up 2 episodes.
Well,
okay.
Really quick, since you didn't ask me who my favorite is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My favorite.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite is probably Mitch, because even though he can be toxic, he's part of the Pritchett's. He's just so funny to me,
and he can be goofy with Cam.
Yeah, and then like he's gay. I'm a little gay, and I don't know, just like his way of being. I feel like it resonates with me a lot. I just love him.
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up 2 episodes. I'm gonna bring up the episode where Mitch and Cam are at the airport, and you know what? The part that stands out the most to me is when they're like, "What does that mean? What does cuidado mean?" I don't know. I think it's like
good night or sweet dreams or something like that.
Like cheers or whatever, and then they're like,
"Cuidado." Did I steal your thunder?
You
I'm
did.
so sorry.
You
Go ahead.
totally
Redo
stole my
it.
thunder, but
Redo it.
it doesn't sound the same now. Anyways, that is such a funny episode. It's so funny. And then I think they're all so funny. Another episode that's funny, I think, is when the whole time is on the screen with Claire. They're looking for Haley.
Oh yeah.
And I saw a video the other day, and they're like, it was like showing like the background of how that would work. And so it would be, at first they wanted them to actually hold their phones and like talk into it, but especially like Jay's character, like he'd be like messing up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what they did was have the cameraman like hold on to it, and then just have their hand on the cameraman's hands to make it seem like they're recording. Because if they weren't like pretending to hold on to it, then it didn't look genuine.
Yeah.
So the cameraman was controlling it though. And it was, oh my god, that episode is so fucking hilarious.
Didn't they win an award for that episode? Because they were like the first TV show to do something in that format?
I think so. But I don't know what it was. No, I think that's accurate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was a really good episode too.
And then, sorry, I'm also going to bring up just the last episode. That last episode makes me cry a lot. Just because, like, Luke, Alex, and Haley are trying to, like... Luke. What is that from? Gloria? Luke. And they're just trying to like bring back their childhood. I don't know, like it makes me cry so much.
What do you mean?
The last episode when they're trying to like remake those videos of Luke.
Oh,
and then at the end they're like this, and they're like, I can never.
They kind of they're like, you know, you can always call me if you need me.
Oh my god,
could
I'm
never
so
be
crying
ours.
right now, dude. Not because of you, but because I'm thinking about the episode.
Yeah. That one's still, yeah, like if I rewatch, I can't just watch that episode and cry, but if I rewatch at least the last season and then get to that last episode, it'll make me cry still.
No, sorry, one more thing. In that episode where Lily is gonna be a flower girl, and what does it contain? When she says, what does the box contain? Okay, anyways, it's the episode where Lily's wearing that blue dress with the lights, and she's standing there like and it's so funny. She's 17 years old now.
That's crazy to me. This is insane. But I guess it makes sense because by the end of the show, she was like
12.
a tween. Yeah.
Just tall though.
Yeah.
But anyways, you want to bring up any episodes?
Honestly, you brought up most of my favorites. The airplane episode just takes it all for me. That's like Like if I want to laugh, I'll just put that episode on. I think it's so funny.
There, I finally got to do it.
That part,
I'm
or
sorry,
when they
puppy.
can't remember Lily's name. It's like, who's Lily? I don't know. They said
Lilith.
Our daughter. Like, it's just so funny. That show cracks me up.
And then like, they're like, sir, can you take us to gate 32? And then the guy drives and then he just stops.
And like the brake noise, I don't know, it just gets me. Like that show is really just genius.
Yeah, that's a really good show.
Yeah. So highly recommend you guys watch it, because I don't know, like there's very few shows. Like I wish that show was still in production.
I wish I could watch it for the first time again. But if I ever were to watch it again, like from beginning to end, there's still, like I said, I haven't rewatched it so many times, so I'm sure there'd still be stuff that like I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. So we have a serious issue that I'm going to talk to you guys about. It's not an issue. So many of us, and you know what? I don't have kids yet. She doesn't have kids yet. So it's like we won't know what it's like until we have kids, right? But I don't really know what I'm saying. I guess what I'm trying to say is try to break that
Any generational
trauma, you know, and toxic cycles and everything. Try to break that. Try to make a change.
Because I think every family, like no matter how evolved you get, you're always gonna have your problems. You're always gonna have your toxic traits, and I think that's just inevitable. But I think what is important is to try to like be mindful and be self-aware, so you can try to break those cycles. Because
Sorry.
I think it's very easy for us to be like, well, my so-and-so family member is so toxic. They do this.
His little arms, he went. Ooh, he smells.
They do this, and this. But it's like, sometimes when you like reflect on it, you kind of have some of those same traits, just maybe not as emphasized.
Magnified.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it just comes down to working on yourself. And never stop working. You're never too fucking old to work on yourself. That's something that like
has been proven to us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Never
Sorry.
too old to work on yourself, to improve. And I would highly recommend, I know it's like such a cliche to say that communication is key.
But you know what?
Yeah.
That damn key is the key to all doors. It's a fucking universal
It's a master
key.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, for real. Like, you just gotta like have conversations, because so many times these like misunderstandings or problems in your family can be solved just by talking about it and seeing the other person's perspective.
and you know, we're not saying that we always do that. Like,
No,
we're talking about it. No, I feel like even with each other, like, we'll be like, we'll just not say anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But like, just, if it's severe enough, because I don't think anything between us has ever been severe enough where we feel like there's something crazy to go over, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're pretty, I mean, maybe that's just what I think, I don't know. We're pretty close enough, and like...
And I think, like, for the most part, at least for me, I feel like I can talk shit to her in a joking way, but it really does get some stuff off my chest sometimes. So I don't feel like I'm holding much back, you know? Like, I don't feel like I'm sweeping a bunch of things under the rug and the rug just keeps building, you know?
My rug is up to here.
Spit out.
Like she said, you're never too old to work on yourself. And nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So I feel like it's just a matter of evaluation and communication.
Period. I like that.
Because you have to evaluate not just like yourself, but your relationships with people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like figure out relationships in general. The relationship with yourself, the relationship with your family, the relationship with significant others, the relationship with friends, anything. A relationship to anything and everything in life. You just have to evaluate, does this bring me something good? And I don't want that to sound like greedy or selfish, but like the friendships and the connections I have in my life, I have them because they bring me something good. They bring me positivity. And I try to be that for other people as well.
Because if something's not bringing you positivity, if it's something's bringing you negativity, you can only reflect the same back. And you don't want to do that because then you're only harming yourself.
Yeah, so that's what I mean when I'm saying, does that friendship or connection benefit you in any way? And I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean financially or anything like that. I don't mean anything greedy. It's just like, does it benefit you, the person who you want to become? And so at the end of the day, like, connections are real and they can heavily affect our lives. And like, if you don't want to have somebody's negative energy in your life, you don't want to be that negative energy in somebody's life.
Right.
Like, we can complain about this person who all they do is drag me down, but because that person is dragging me down, who knows what if I'm affecting somebody else by dragging them down, because that person's always dragging me down. So it's just a cycle. It goes on and on and on. We don't want that. You gotta break that. You gotta be the chain breaker.
I think so. I don't know if that's the right term, but it sounded right.
Y'all know what the fuck I mean.
Yeah, we just wanted to touch on that just because it's like a relevant topic in our lives right now.
It's something that we're working on ourselves.
Yeah, and we've seen a demonstration of it recently, and it's honestly like such a cool thing to see. So yeah, just
seeing
keep that in mind.
Like evolvement in people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word, evolvement?
I think so.
Also dumbasses. What? Evolvation.
Anyways, yeah. So, tips from JanLeah to you.
So here's our next segment where we find a Reddit post. Is it gonna be like controversial or anyways? We're gonna look for a Reddit post and we're just gonna discuss it, read the comments, see what everybody thinks. It's y'all's favorite segment.
Okay, so the first one we're gonna read was posted in the am I the asshole _ would I be the asshole _ public subreddit. And it's titled, am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my girlfriend because she makes more than me? So it says, I, 24 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 24 female, but there's one really big problem that's been on my mind pretty much since forever. I earn about $60K a year while my girlfriend earns around $130K. She's extremely successful in her career and I'm really proud of her. But the income disparity between us has always made me feel a bit insecure. I try to contribute as much as I can, but she often ends up paying for most things, even though I insist she doesn't have to. Recently, she's been bringing up the idea of marriage a lot and asking when I plan to propose. I was hesitant because honestly, I feel like I'm not enough for her, and they put it in quotes. Eventually, she asked me what was wrong and why I haven't proposed. I told her that I just didn't feel like much of a man in this relationship and it was making me miserable. I felt that I'm not sure if I can be happy in a relationship like this where I'm not the provider and that if she is. That makes no sense. She absolutely lost it when I said this. She was borderline in tears and said, should I quit my job and be a stay-at-home mom when we get married? I told her no. Then she asked me what she should do. I said, I don't know. Then told me to leave the apartment which she was fully paying rent in. I left and I'm staying at my mom's place. I just heard from one of her friends that my girlfriend invited her over, where she just kept sobbing. We exchanged messages since then and I'm not sure if we have truly broken up yet. She seems to think that we can still reconcile, but I don't know. I feel like I would be most happy in a relationship where I earn the most. I don't know if this makes me a bad person. So, can I read the first comment? Yeah.
So first comment says, ew, yes, you should release her to date someone more confident and less patriarchal. Second comment says, dude, I make more than my spouse. I'm female. Own your career and support your girlfriend's success. That's what my husband does. If you can't do that, relegate yourself to hard to date category. And then this last one. Mm-hmm. Nope, not the asshole. You should 100% break up with her so she can stop being with a clown. So, what do you think? So, I think he's the asshole for one reason only. Because although I'm a believer in you can have whatever preferences you want, but from his description, it sounds like this was the case going into the relationship. So he knew. So you knew what you were getting into and you chose to continue pretty much stringing her along knowing that you couldn't deal with this and now putting her in the position where she's
I don't know if she was being serious when she asked, like, should I just be a stay-at-home mom? Like, she's seriously considering giving up her career where she makes incredibly good money because you just can't get over it. Like, that's where he becomes the asshole, because he strung her along knowing that this was a problem for him. If this was a problem for him, he should have gone in dating someone where he was the provider, as he says, and made it clear to that person. And also, bro, like, step up then. Like, if it's that big of an issue, step up. Find something that's gonna make you feel like you're the provider. Like, I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so that's my opinion as well. I feel like if you love, I think this might be, you're using this reason as a scapegoat to leave the relationship. That's what it's giving to me. Like, I feel like if you truly love this person, this would not get in the way. Like, your biggest insecurity, which seems to be that, wouldn't get in the way because you love this person, you want to grow with this person. I don't think it would be a problem. And, like, I don't know. I feel like he's maybe looking for pity to feel like, I should just break up with her, huh? Like, because I'm not enough for her. Dude, then the only person who's made you feel like you're not enough is yourself. I'm sure, I mean, I don't know the relationship, right? But I'm sure she's the only person who's trying to make you feel like you're more than enough. So, it's
based
like,
on what he said, because if she were, like, doing anything to make him feel not enough, he would have...
Do I keep talking?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like, and like you said, like, dude, you're that fucking insecure about it. Go fucking look for something different. Yes, the job market is fucking hard as fuck to find a job. But if you're willing to put the work in to become the provider that you want to be, then fucking do it. Stop being a fucking little baby bitch and just get the fuck up. Like, even if you're not making 130K right away, even if you start off by making 80K, 90K, that type of salary starting off, I think that means that you are able to grow. And even if you were making 80, 90K, that is more money, 20, 30K more than you are currently making, which can then put you in a position to provide more, which, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to make more, like, you don't have to make 131K to become a provider. That's not what it is. Becoming a provider doesn't just mean financially. It means emotionally. Like,
being a safe space. And, like, this is gonna sound maybe this is a controversial thing that I'm gonna say, but, like, for me, being a provider is even, like, a mental thing where, like, I can literally turn off my brain and know that I'm gonna be okay because you're right there. You're being my brain for me. Like, you're in the driver's seat. That's what being a provider also entails.
It doesn't just mean financially.
Yeah.
So that means that your emotional intelligence is low and is shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, and listen, I'm not here to shit on anyone's salary because you're making money. Like, you're working hard, and that's all that matters.
And
if
that's
you're happy,
decent money.
Yeah. But what I will say is, for someone who has that mentality where you're like, I need to be the provider and I need to be making more than my woman, you probably need to make more money. And I'm not saying that, like, in a shitting on you way. No. But that's really not enough to be the provider. That. And financially,
60K nowadays is, like, the average salary. And,
if
you want to be the provider that you say you want to be, you should have already known that.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like she said, I'm not shitting on your salary. You make more money than me. But it's like, with that mentality that you carry, then you should have thought about this.
Yeah. And it's like, we live in an expensive world. You just got to keep climbing up, honestly. And maybe he is. I don't know. We don't know the whole
And
story,
if this is your scapegoat as a reason to leave her, and you're just looking for, like, a reason, then just fucking do it. Stop being a pussy. That will make you a better man than to just string.
Just own up to it.
Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do this one just to go ahead. This was posted in the relationship_advice subreddit, and it was posted by L-da-ho-yo. Idaho. I was like, Ladaho, yo. Idaho, yo. So it's titled, I, 31 male, left my girlfriend, 33 female, of 4 years after she cheated. I've recently come back to her but made some unfavorable discoveries. Is this a mistake? Do you want me to read, like, the first half?
Sure.
As the title says, I'm back with my girlfriend who cheated on me. She didn't want me to leave and only confessed to cheating because she felt guilty after a month of us getting along really well. We were apart for 3 weeks when I decided to forgive her and attempt to work things out. After talking about working things out, she mentioned she met a guy 1 week after we split up. She slept with him on the first date and immediately planned out the rest of the month with him. She had slept with him multiple times and he even met her close group of friends. I understood the situation and that I left her, but I was also hurt she moved on so fast. We've been working things out by talking about my insecurities towards it, and she's completely understanding. She took me back because she loves me and feels terrible about cheating. She cheated because I emotionally neglected her off and on throughout our relationship. I admit guilt to that, although cheating is no good excuse. I've forgiven her.
I've laid out steps in how I'm going to change my behavior and lifestyle to improve the mood between the two of us, and she's done the same. However, I found some photos after her and I broke up. Provocative photos of her in her lingerie and even a nude selfie of her and her girlfriend hugging in the mirror. I was not aware she was bi or even curious. She was most likely sending these to this guy she was seeing. Anyways, she never sent me photos like this and I never really knew the side of her existed. And I feel like me leaving allowed her to truly be herself. I just don't know what to do. We've been together for almost 2 weeks after the breakup and this is still eating away at me. I don't know if I can be with someone so fast living. Her and I are so familiar with each other and so damn happy when we're good. I never saw anyone else while we were separated, so maybe I should try that to realize the grass is greener. Can someone tell me if I'm making a mistake getting back together with her? I'm blinded by love and need some outside reasoning. First comment says, let me put this in a different perspective. She was so distraught with you breaking up with her and felt so guilty of cheating, didn't want you to leave, that she slept with a guy multiple times 1 week after the breakup. On top of that, she's never sent you any pictures before yet here she is readily taking them for the next guy. Just know, you should absolutely leave. Any woman who would do this for the next guy that they won't do for their current partner just isn't into you in any meaningful way. Break up with her ASAP, block her, and don't look back. Oh, that's kind of long. You can skip it if you want to leave.
No, okay, so they're replying to when the original person put, she cheated because I emotionally neglected her off and on throughout our relationship, and said, no, she cheated because she was selfish and wanted to mess around with someone else. Her excuse is just that, an excuse, and her feeling emotionally neglected is certainly no excuse for cheating. And then when the person said, can someone tell me if I'm making a mistake getting back together with her, they also replied by saying, to put it bluntly, yes, I think it is a mistake to go back to a cheater in basically any situation. Definitely in yours.
And last comment we will read. My man, why on earth have you allowed her to bend and twist reality to make her cheating your fault? Read what you've written. You are making excuse after excuse for her, like she's some sort of victim of you and that you need to change to earn her back. You've allowed her made-up narrative take over. This woman more than likely had the guy lined up before you left. She just needs you to make her life more affordable while she looks for someone she actually wants to be with. Move on.
So, I think the proof is in the pudding. Like, when he put, she took me back. Pal, yes, you had your own stuff to work on, and you should work on those things, but that is no excuse for cheating. She took you back. You took her back. Like, she's the one who supposedly felt guilty. She's the one who fucked up, no? So, what do you mean she took you back? She has no right. She lost that privilege to get you back the moment she decided to sleep with somebody else while in a relationship with you.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just really
No, not him, the screen.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm proud of whoever this person is because it seems like they're trying to take accountability for things that they know they might not have been doing right in the relationship. However, that doesn't mean cheat on this person. That doesn't mean
that, and I feel like
shit.
The girl manipulated him into thinking it's his fault.
Yeah.
For her cheat. Well, it's because you were never there for me emotionally. Yeah, they certainly should have worked on that. But, like,
if that was really a problem, break up. Leave. Like, I just, in my head, there is never a good enough reason to cheat on someone. The second that you think, well, I feel like I want to sleep with someone else, and, like, you actually are, like, putting action to it in your head, the first action needs to be break up, because why would you want to hurt someone like
that you supposedly love?
And even if you don't, like, they're human. Think of how much that shit hurts. Like, they love you. I don't know.
So no,
I just can't wrap my head around it.
Just kidding. You're not overreacting. I think that's the one that I was in.
Yeah.
You're not overreacting.
It's relationship advice.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
But you are definitely
leave.
And you are definitely making a mistake by getting back together with her. Like,
yeah.
To put it
that girl does not care about you. I don't want to be controversial here. Yes, there have been instances where people cheat and they genuinely feel like, fuck, like I did something bad and I want to be better. I want to become a better person. I think that's possible, to become a better person after cheating. But it takes a lot of work, not manipulation and sleeping with somebody else. Did you see that one fly through the screen? Sleeping with somebody else a week after. Like, I don't know.
Her actions to me prove that she didn't really care for him as much as maybe he thought or she was saying, because nobody would move on that quickly. Like, if you were truly so distraught, like, I don't care, like, you don't care. And yeah, I don't know,
and not just that, not only did she sleep with this person a week after you guys broke up, she made plans with them for the whole month after.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a one-off, like, fuck, like I slept with somebody else, like I shouldn't have done that. It was literally a whole relationship.
Yeah. And this might like be veering off a little off topic from this specific post, but me personally, I am not a believer in people being able to rekindle after cheating, because even if the cheater did genuinely change, I feel like the person who got cheated on will probably forever scarred. Like, they're always gonna have that thought in their head, like, oh, what if they're cheating again? What if, like, they're gonna have these insecurities. That's my personal, and that's my personal opinion. I just don't think.
Lick his balls, dude. Oh, it's like the first one was his balls.
I just don't think that relationships can come back 100%.
And if they do, all the power would be to you, because it takes a lot of work. But you are definitely making mistakes, sir. Well, all right. That has been
episode 3. Episode 3.
That has been episode 3 for you.
All wrapped up.
Let us know what you thought in the comments below. What do you think about the Reddit post that we read? Is the first one the asshole? Is the second one overreacting? Or sorry, no. Making a mistake by staying with her?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. Let us know if you have even like any experience, going back to the previous topic with like what we were talking about, healing these generational curses, quote unquote. Let us know.
Give us your stories too. Like just let us know if you need advice at all.
Drop some comments with your questions, with your life stories, and
no, for real,
respond
like
to them.
Eventually when we blow up, people will come back to this video.
Yeah.
But yes, this has been JanLeah Junction, and
thank you guys so much for watching.
For now, peace out. Bye. Nah, Sabrina.
Let's just put his balls.
He got his balls chopped off. That was good.
Yeah,
that was really
good. We should put
good.
that in our bloopers.
I could, but now it doesn't feel genuine.
What?
Because your motive was bloopers. But he got his balls chopped off.